It's time to take a look at happenings in the world of business. And Tolulapa Gunjabi has all the details. Over to you, Tolu.
Thank you so very much, Abosede. Well, let's start with inflation, which has dropped to 22.97% in the month of May 2025, down from 23.71% in April. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, this marks the second consecutive month of decline, signaling potential relief for consumers and policymakers as efforts to stabilize the economy begins to show early signs of impact. The report also shows that food inflation, a key driver of headline rates, stood at 21.14% year-on-year on May, compared to 21.26% the previous month. Experts attribute the decline to the stabilization of the macroeconomic environment, a drop in fuel prices and reduced food costs. Last month, the central bank held its key interest rates for a second consecutive time, following 6 hikes last year, citing improved macroeconomic indicators, supporting medium-term price moderation. The Industrial Revolution Work Group, under the chairmanship of the Minister of State for Industry, Senator John Eno, has commenced a 2-day technical session with theme From Activities to Outcome, Driving Industrial Renaissance in Lagos. We have details in this report.
The federal government has continued in its drive to rejuvenate Nigeria's industrial sector and position the nation as a global industrial leader. Part of the move was the inauguration of the Industrial Revolution Work Group earlier in the year, which aligns with the Presidential Council on Industrial Revitalization Roadmap. According to the Minister of State for Industry, this gathering in Lagos is aimed at diagnosing structural bottlenecks, driving coordinated reforms, and unlocking Nigeria's full industrial potential.
This theme should challenge us to think harder and to think better. And that thinking for me is not just asking ourselves, what are we doing? Asking ourselves, what are we doing, limits us to just the activity of doing. But I think it should go beyond that to ask ourselves, whatever we are doing, what is it affecting? What is it causing? I mean, what difference is it making?
The Honorable Minister of State is clearly driving an agenda for us to co-create an atmosphere that allows industry to thrive, that allows us to overcome those binding constraints that have perpetually limited our competitiveness, our profitability, and has continued to keep Nigeria not industrialized.
Members of the working thematic groups of the IRWG have their mandates clearly stated. According to them, they are focused on outcomes that will touch lives and impact the entire business environment positively.
Success for us is going to be defined by what? By the ability of those solutions, how practical they are, and how they're able to assist us solve the problem of industry. So we appreciate the fact that we are operating under severe constraints, under severe, environmental challenges, but you're also not saying that because of the challenges, we can't talk about revolution. In talking about it and in working towards achieving or solving those challenges would have cleared the way to achieve the kind of revolution in the sector that we envisage.
Another goal we are trying to look at is if the process is thriving, we definitely can have more people will be employed. And with this one, the competitiveness will be driven, will be much more. So many things have been considered here. And like I've said earlier, we want that to come around, but the objective is to have a more conducive environment for the industry in general.
The minister says the work group is a bold and action-oriented coalition engineered to reposition Nigeria as Africa's industrial heartbeat.